Your company wants you to use some infrastructure as code automation tool, but you're used to run stuff locally, or you just don't want to push your changes for each time, but then you don't know if it will work or not. For that, env0 knows the pain you're dealing with, and we got this great feature for you. You can basically run everything you want from your local terminal and get all the execution logs in env0 and all the env0 wrapping in your local terminal. Just as I now run this Terraform plan locally, and you can see that this is also executing in env0, and I get env0 logs to my terminal. So my name is env0, and let me show you how to enable it. So let's walk through on how to enable this feature in env0. First, we need to deploy our environment. Let's name it remote plan, for example, and give the workspace name elbaz remote plan video. And we need to use env0 remote state backend. Make sure once you enable this one, you have to also fill this one. So just make sure so you won't get anything weird. In the meanwhile, just grab this file from our docs and let's create new backend.tf file and dump all the content inside. If you don't know where to get your organization ID, you can go to the deployment logs, load variable step, and search for organization ID. We'll copy and we'll paste. Same for the workspace name. So now the next thing, we need to go and create personal access key. For that, we'll click on the name, go to personal access keys and create new one. I'll call it elbaz remote video and add. Now you'll get all the instructions on how to use it. Mine kind of blurry, so you won't be able to copy mine. And run Terraform login to our backend. We'll do it in the console. After that, we'll prompt and we'll accept. Let's just copy the relevant value, paste, and now we can use Terraform init, and Terraform will know to communicate with the remote backend in env0. Cool. Now, after we have the split screen, we can run Terraform plan locally. Once the Terraform plan will start to run, we'll get link to our deployment in env0, this one, and you can see all the execution logs in env0 and in the terminal, which is really cool feature. I can do whatever I want in my local terminal. It will sync to env0 and will run with all env0 wrapping. If you have policies, if you have custom flow, it will run, which is very cool. As you can see, I got lots of logs. I also got the environment variable from env0. So as you know, those aren't like typical Terraform logs. And if I'll change, for example, I'll create new null resource. Let's name it null2. And once again, I'll run Terraform plan. In this case, what we'll see, I get new entry for the remote plan. And this time we will have changes. We'll also have the pretty plan, which as you know, is a cool feature we have in env0. So now after we run the plan, we can see we have Terraform pretty plan. It will sync everything env0 YAML custom flows straight to env0. You'll get all the logs, and you can also see as part of the deployment logs the changes you did each time, and of course who did it, which is very important as we know. You can also run applies locally. It won't run with all the env0 wrapping because those will be local executions. You need to enable this flag if I'm setting my arm in the right position. And that's it. This is how you can run all your infrastructure as code changes without pushing them to your Git for fast cycles and get all that env0 give you.